Welcome back to the Makeshift Project YouTube channel. We are upping our quality here. Isn't that right, Zachary?
Of course we are. We're always upping the quality. Audio, video, hopefully pretty good sounding. Let us know if it's not. Let us know if it is. Looking forward to your answers.
Today we are doing an Adam Sandler tier list. We did a Will Ferrell tier list in the past and we loved the video. We loved doing it. So we're doing Adam Sandler. Less movies, but still some quality roles that he's played in there. I guess let's get right into it. Zach, you want to start us off here?
Okay, starting at the top here, we have 50 First Dates. A classic movie, a romantic movie. Where are we putting it, Brian?
I actually love this movie. I really enjoy it. Also, I've been to Hawaii. They filmed it in Hawaii at where Jurassic Park was filmed as well. The Koaloa Ranch. Crazy stuff. But I love this movie. I love the role that he plays. I love the relationship between him and Drew Barrymore, right? Drew Barrymore. I love it. I don't think it's his best.
We have to remember that this is the anchor movie. This is going to put us and rate us. You know, we could always move around after a little bit, but this is going to basically baseline us for the rest of the video.
And I think it's tough because I haven't gone through this entire list yet. I would think that it's at least average. I would say at the minimum, I would put it in a C category.
I was even thinking of putting it at a B. I think it's you have the romantic side of the movie. You have the comedy. You have Rob Schneider, who's hysterical in it as like the good friend. So I'm gonna say we put it in the B.
I am in for that. Let's go ahead and throw 50 First Dates in the B category. I feel very comfortable about that. I think it's better than average, not his best, but it sits there at the B category.
All right, next movie we got on the list here. I've only seen it once, maybe as a kid. Bedtime Stories. Pretty sure it's all right. I'm not going to say it's great. I'll definitely on his lower tier of movies, but what do you think?
I'm the complete opposite on this one. I've seen this movie at least 100 times because I had it in the DVD and it was in the back slot of my car passenger, whatever seat. I don't know what it's called. The pocket. It's actually a pretty good movie. It's nowhere near 50 First Dates. I would say at the maximum, put it in a C, but I think it sits in the DC range for me.
I would probably say that too, just because it didn't stick with me as much. I'm going to say let's be tough. We like being tough in these movie brackets. Let's put it in D. Do you agree?
It does not deserve the F category, but I feel comfortable putting it in the D category. Next up, we got Big Daddy. This is one of his first movies or one of his older movies. I've only seen it a couple times. I remember the scene when they were peeing on the side of the building. I think that might even be the cover. I can't really see because I have terrible vision. It was a good movie when I saw it. I've only seen it like once or twice.
And the kids in the movie are actually twins. They're the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, the Sprouse twins. Fun fact if you didn't know that. He didn't know that. Now he knows. I think there's Aquaman in the movie or whoever the superhero is. The scuba guy. Scuba Steve. That's who it is. Scuba Steve's in there. That's a good pull from Zach. I definitely put this, I think, right on the same tier as 50 First Dates. Classic movie. Compelling story. A little bit more serious at some parts, but overall funny comedy.
I would agree. I mean, I'm going off of your rating here. But yeah, let's go with B. I think it's the same tier as 50 First Dates. Next up, we got a heavy hitter. Some people say it's his best movie of all time. We got Billy Madison up next.
Billy Madison. I'm going to say it. I think it's slightly overrated. It's a classic. It was a classic for its time. I don't think it's timeless, though. I think you could outgrow this one a bit. As a kid, it's hysterical. Classic character. He's the only one that could play it. That's the most impressive part. And just for that, I would rank it pretty highly.
I would put it S tier. Easily. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to tease a movie further in the tier list, but I think it's better than Waterboy.
Hand me this mic. I would say so. I would agree with that. I'm saying it's overrated, but it's still, you know, at the top of Sandler's tier list. Maybe I'm just being a little controversial. Let's move it to the S tier. So this next movie, I don't think I've ever seen. It looks like it's blended.
Yeah, let's kick it to the F.
Yeah, anything that we haven't seen, F. It's obviously because we're connoisseurs of Adam Sandler and his movies.
What is
This next one is, it's not Jack and Jill. It's the kid. I Love You, Dad. No.
It seems like this one might join blended in the F tier. No idea what it's called, and it is called That's My Boy.
What'd I say?
That's my dad. I don't know what you said. I don't know what you said, but I've never seen it. Have you ever seen it?
I haven't seen it, or maybe I've seen it once, or I got through it and I left, or I stopped watching it because, you know, it's one of those that was supposed to come out and be really funny. Two really funny guys, but I'm pretty sure I shut the movie off when I watched it. That's My Boy. F tier.
Going in the F tier.
Next movie here is I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. I turned this on the other day, actually. I watched this the other day. Very recent. Not as funny as I thought it was. First saw the movie, I had a reaction to it. I didn't love it. And then I thought I went back and liked it more. And then I went back again. And it just wasn't the same movie that I remember it being. I'm leaning towards C or D tier here. What about you?
I'm leaning D. I've never seen it, but I'm still leaning D.
Some classic lines, some classic moments like any Sandler movie, but I can't put it above Bedtime Stories.
I would agree with that. Also, we have one mic, so we're passing it back and forth.
If this isn't Makeshift, I don't know what is. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. We'll throw in the D tier with Bedtime Stories. Next time we're going to 2-mic it up, don't worry.
Next up, we have an all-time classic in Click. Fantastic movie. This was also another one of those DVDs I had in the back of the seat in my car growing up with the movie coming down. Watched this movie a billion times.
I think this might be my favorite Adam Sandler movie. I think I'd go out there and say that. The story to it, I'm pretty sure I might have cried as a kid. I don't know. It's got some sad moments.
Click is low-key a seriously frightening movie. It gets really scary at the end. The guy that's in, I forget his name. You wanna, Christopher Walken. I'm walking here. He's like scary. He's like the devil or something. I think that it's respectably A, but if you say it's your favorite Adam Sandler movie, I feel like you have the power to move it to S.
Now we're gonna keep it at A. And do you know the name of Christopher Walken's character in the movie? I do.
Marty. No, that's Adam Sandler.
No.
Is it Marty?
No, it's Morty. Marty? Morty. I don't know. Whichever one it is, we'll fact check it and we'll put it up on.
He works in Beyond.
Yes, a Bed Bath & Beyond. He lives in the Beyond part.
So we're going A.
All right, we're going A.
Fair score.
Have you seen The Cobbler? I've watched it once. It was like something that came out on Netflix. It was past Sandler's prime. What do you think of it?
I think I have seen it. I don't think it was fantastic, but I don't think that it was his worst movie of all time. I think that those 2 and F are definitely worse, but I think the 2 and D are definitely better. Honestly, I didn't think it was that bad. I kind of enjoyed it.
I kind of enjoyed it too. I'm pretty sure I had like some surprise twist ending to it. It was like something about the shoe shop that he worked in and it wasn't real or something like that. Spoilers, sorry. I think we should be generous with this one. I think it was a underrated movie. I'm going to say D.
I agree.
All right. This microphone situation is quite the situation. All right, here we go. This is actually my favorite Sandler movie of all time.
S tier.
There's like no conversation here. I mean, the golf, the story, the fight, the golf, and the golf. I mean, golf. What's the teacher's name? Chaps? I think it's Chaps. Chaps? Can you look it up?
Nope, not looking at it.
It's Carl Weathers, but Chaps. Embarrassing. We are cutting that one out. And the fight with Bob Barker.
It is the best Adam Sandler movie of all time, I think. No, I know it is. It is the best Adam Sandler movie of all time. The ending, the whole story is fantastic. S tier, enough said, moving on. Grown Ups 1, I think that the Grown Ups movies in general are super underrated. I think they're fantastic. Like one of his best performances. And the whole squad, that is the true movie that really shows the entire squad throughout the entire movie.
I'm stuck. I'm going to try and do them at the same time. I'm going to say Grown Ups is an A. I'm locking it in at A. I think, sure, you can make an argument for S maybe, but if we're talking Sandler specialties, there's too many people in that movie. He didn't dominate it, and he wasn't supposed to. So I put that Grown Ups at A, and then Grown Ups 2, solid movie. I think Shaq is in it. I'm not going to put it in A, though. I would say B or C.
I would put it in A. We can meet in the middle and go B.
All right, let's go B. I can't put those 2 movies in the same tier. The sequel's good, but not a lot of sequels follow up to the expectations of the first one. All right. Hotel Transylvania. I don't know here. What are we thinking? F. Okay. You might not have heard that as clearly, but I heard it clearly. It's an F. All right, another one. F.
I mean, it's not as bad as Hotel Transylvania or the other 2. Jack and Jill, I'm not a big fan of this movie. Let's be harsh. It's going in the F tier.
Movie was awful. It was an awful movie, I thought. F. Easy.
The next one up, shout out our good friend Jordan. He introduced me to this movie, Little Nicky. I absolutely love this movie. I love this movie so much. It's the stupid comedy. It's the stupid editing. It's the stupid cinematography, everything. The characters, it's horrible, but it's so horrible that it's good, in my opinion.
I've never seen it, but shout out our friend Jordan. I know he was a big fan of it. Where are you going to rank it then?
I would put it B, but I'm going to say C.
First one in the C tier. We'll take that.
Such a good move. Oh, love that.
What is this movie?
I've seen this.
Pixels? Horrible. F.
D.
D?
Giant Pac-Man?
I didn't know that. All right, I'll settle on D. That's fine. Now the contemplation starts. It's the Waterboy. And you're saying this movie's overrated?
Overrated.
Should we shift some things around here?
What would you shift?
Oh, I'm between A and B for the Waterboy now. So do we want to say B? Are we being tough? But is it on the same? Is it not better than 50 First Dates and Big Daddy and Grown Ups 2? But it's not as good as Click and Grown Ups. Should we bump up to the S tier? How many are we putting in the S tier here?
I like where we're at right now. I think that Waterboy from like the general public would put it in the A tier. I would put it in the B tier, but that's just me.
I'm just thinking of the impact outside of just the movie. You got Bobby Boucher, a classic character. Mama said, all quotes. I don't know any. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and do it. The medulla oblongata. Like, there's a bunch of quotes in this movie. I think we got to put it in A.
If we're doing it for the culture, I would put it in A. Let's put it in A. I think 50 First Dates is better and Grown Ups 2 is better, but Waterboy is an all-time classic and I can't disrespect it. Next up, we got The Wedding Singer.
Should we move 50 First Dates up?
I love that movie.
We're moving it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, we're moving it. 50 First Dates is moved up to an A. It was our first, so. Next up, we got The Wedding Singer. These are our final two. Wedding Singer, and then we got one more. Wedding Singer, what do you think?
I mean, classic movie, of course. A lot of people like it. Sandler's best. I don't know. I'm going to have to put it in C.
I was going to say it fits perfectly in B, like lower tier B, but it can also go in C. I can agree with you. I'll put it in C. Little Nicky's better than The Wedding Singer.
This might be my favorite Adam Sandler movie. But when I saw this movie in theaters it was me, Chris, and our parents, Chris's dad walked out of the theater and he said, "What the hell did I just watch?" He hated it. I loved this movie. I think there's so many jokes when they play hacky sack with the cat. Iconic. I mean, that type of humor is my type of humor. I love it.
Zach has developed his own swimming move from this movie. It's the butterfly on steroids. He does it in the ocean. I love this movie. Should we just shake everything up and put it in S tier just because we love it? Like, if it wasn't just biased and we weren't trying to be funny, I think it deserves a space in the B category. You can argue A, you can argue C, but I know that we're both going to argue higher.
I would say it's B or C, but to us, it's an A. And this is our tier list. We made this list. This is what we did. And that's our tier list. Adam Sandler, how'd we do? Comment what you think we got wrong, what we got right.
Let us know what you think. Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell, which tier list was better? Who's the better comedy actor? Leave it in the comments. We think Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler's a close two, and that's a wrap. Lock it in. Makeshift to the moon, baby. We out.